Hey, this is Ultra from the Cracked Plastic Podcast, back with another MOTU Monday video here on YouTube. Today we're looking at the last of my figures for the CGI He-Man and the Master of the Universe TV show toy line. That's right, we're looking at this bad boy, the Cosmic Terror Skeletor. We'll take a look at this guy in just a second. All right, we're back, and before we take a look at the figure and the box, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you know when a video like this comes out, which will be on a Monday for MOTU Monday. Be sure to go to our website, www.cracktasticplastic.com. The website's the place to go for all the things you need to know, like links to our social media, our podcast, which comes out every other Tuesday. Download wherever you listen to podcasts. Our sponsor, Toy Hacks, at toyhacks.com. Every month we have a caption contest to give away a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks, so be sure to comment so that you can win that $5 to toyhacks.com. We also have Amazon wish lists on our page. If you felt so generous as to get us something from that wish list, then we would do a video like this, give you a shout out and say thank you, and show everyone what you got us. Of course, there's no pressure to do that, but if you wanted to, that would be awesome. It's past Jason's birthday. That was the 2nd of January. But my birthday's coming up in March, so be sure to get those gifts in, and we'll do a video like this. Well, I'll do a video like this and give you a shout out. We also have memberships to this YouTube channel. For 99 cents a month, you can become a member of this YouTube channel. So that helps us out quite a bit and gives you special emojis and super chats and super thanks and all those good super things that it does. So check that out along with our merch bios and much, much more at www.cracktasticplastic.com. All right, this, like I said before, this is my final toy from this CGI He-Man the Master of the Universe toy line. I saved this one for the last because it's pretty awesome. And Ethan keeps bugging me. He's like, hey, are you going to open this toy? Are you going to open it? I'm like, okay, I'll finally open it. It's the last one. There are a couple I still need. The Ground Ripper, He-Man Ground Ripper, that's on my Amazon wish list, I believe. I still need that guy, and then Moss Man, of course, which is on eBay only, apparently. So both those, I still need those. Those are probably the last two to complete this line for me. I have a bunch of other figures as well, but this is the last one in that I have in a tote to open and do a review on. So let's get to that. Got it out of the kind of open-faced sandwich box, but it does have some kind of action features with it as well, showing the size of it as well. It's the wingspan is 16.5 inches across. You can see me through the window there. Hi, waving. So yeah, you can see there's kind of you pull back on the lever and it does some hand movements so he can fight people. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Put that box over there. There is some assembly required for this figure. But we'll get to that. We'll look at it first and then assemble it later. So here we go. He's a big boy for sure. Next to my head for scale. Thumbnail. Anyway, but yeah, he looks pretty awesome. I love the coloring. This bright yellow with the black. And just the molding on him as well is pretty awesome. These giant horns that come up. You kind of saw that in the last figure we opened, the Reborn Skeletor. And now you get like him leveling up now as well with this, super modified Galactus-esque figure. I just noticed that these kind of things on his head remind me of Galactus, I guess. But this is like I talked about Skelegod in the previous episode, and this is kind of like an even bigger jump into that, of like being a god. Let's go through the articulation on this. I did notice that there is a jaw articulation, so his jaw does open, which is very cool. We do get some head movement, like so. We get shoulder movement, but it's also with the lever on the back, so you can pull that down and raise his arm up. We do have an elbow joint there and a wrist, so that moves there and there. So you can put his arm up, and then he can like punch and stuff. The same with his other arm, can do the same thing with that elbow joint and shoulder. And you can move his arm, his shoulder out, and then also do that if you wanted to, which is cool, a good option. You do have a twist on his waist right there, and you do have some articulation on his hip, a little more moving out, and I don't think his knee doesn't do anything, but his ankle, he does have an ankle turn. I feel like it should, but it doesn't. There's a cut there, right there, but it doesn't do anything, so that's fine. But he can kind of do the splits, which is pretty awesome, I guess. And he can kind of run and stuff. So the feet look very like 3 toes, like a 3-toed sloth or something like that. But yeah, he looks like he's rock. It looks like he's like rock textured and stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this kind of golden hands and to the black and the yellow and red and more gold and stuff on top. A lot of gold and black and yellow, and everything is very cool. The levers on the back are not only a Havoc staff, but also the Staff of Power. In that episode, if you rewatch that episode, you'll see how he transforms into this figure, and that they have to have both the Havoc staff and the Power Sword to make him turn into this figure. So I think that's like one of the last 2 episodes. I think it's a 2-part episode. Or maybe it's one before it. Go check it out. It's still on Netflix. Watch it while it still is on Netflix. And you can see there's some holes in the back that you can... we'll have to assemble something in just a second. So he does come with a tail, which is pretty cool. Black tail, and that just pops into his butt right there. Oops. I was thinking that was articulated, and I just popped it off again. It is not articulated. It just kind of... Is there articulation? No. I thought there was another cut on the bottom there, and it was moving, but it's not. So that would make him stand up a little better, which is going to be good because he is kind of top heavy. So that doesn't... Oh, it moves side to side, but it doesn't move like up and down, if that makes sense. And he does have wings. You get the dust off of it. I had this sitting out for like a year or more. Not in a tote. So, but the wings are really cool. They're translucent. So this purple is translucent. If you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see it through there. Does it say that there's a left or right? I don't know, but there is articulation in it on the pegs there. So you can maybe kind of move those, loosen them up. Right there. Some articulation. Ooh, pretty stiff. So I'm guessing. Doesn't say anything. Just pop them in here. We'll just pop them in there, see what happens. Ugh. Come on. It's not really working how I want it to work. I would think it would go out like this. Oh, there we go. There's one. Oh, these are really stiff. There we go. Got it. Look at these giant wings. And then you can... He didn't come with any weapons or anything like that, if you were wondering. But he does look pretty menacing for sure. Look at this. It's like a devil on your shoulder there. But yeah, he looks awesome with all these, and like these accent with the purple and black on the wings are pretty awesome. They kind of color, like super colorful and just vibrant looking, which is awesome. Love it. Love this thing. This is awesome. I'm glad I opened this one last. Honestly, it was. I thought about opening earlier, but then I got that Reborn Skeletor, which is also a cool figure. But yeah, it's just huge. Let's look at a Skeletor, Origin Skeletor for scale. So if this is the big guy, what's him on by his toes? You can just palm his head. But very, very big compared to... I'm trying to do it side by side here. Huge. Just a huge figure. It's awesome. Very cool. I have to show this to Ethan. He was going to freak out. Have to bring it upstairs for him to play with. This thing's cool. Man, I wish they would have made more of these toys. What a shame. It's hard to hold this in front because it's so big. There we go. It's on my shoulder. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. This thing is awesome. It's huge, and the wings are awesome. They're articulated. His jaw's articulated. He has action feature with his hands. They move up and down. That's cool. Yeah. Glad. It's bittersweet that this is the last figure I have to open, but we'll move on to something bigger and better, maybe. I don't know. Something different anyway. Next few months, probably. Or maybe I'll just change it up. Maybe I'll do one and do another one. Who knows? Anyway, this has been Cosmic Terror Skeletor. See you later. I've been saying ciao for now.